let's talk a bit more about building this relationship between you and the dream. And we'll start off with this quote from Rumi. There is no lover seeking union without there be love searching for him too. A thirsty person cries for fresh water while the water is crying, who wants to drink me? Rumi is indicating that the relationship between man and the divine, or the dream, or your subconscious mind, or the mystery, or whatever you want to call it, is a love affair, both searching for each other. Our thirst for the divine is only answered by the divine's cry of being taken in. So you really want to proactively try to reach out to it and engage with the dream or your subconscious mind or the mystery or whatever you want to call it, and try to ask it for it and try to ask for its help. And a lot of different traditions from around the world will kind of have a similar recommendation there, where you actually want to proactively go out there and search for it. You can also take this famous saying and kind of flip it around, where teamwork is dreamwork, but instead say dreamwork is teamwork, because it really is a team effort between you and the dream, and then even like the dream characters and dream figures that you will find within the dream space as well. Then he also rates here, the more you build and nurture this relationship, the more frequently you will experience the intuition of this inner voice, and you'll become better attuned to the suggestions and help it offers. And I've actually found something kind of similar to that to be the case for me, where in the beginning, this was happening all the time. Still happens now, but not like every single morning when I'm waking up, is as I would be lying in bed trying to commit all this stuff to memory, I wouldn't see any clear answer to my dream incubation question. Now, granted, I'm not focusing on that really when I'm in bed. I'm really just trying to retain as much of it as I can before I go ahead and journal it later. But, I wouldn't see any clear answer. Then when I would come up to journal it after that, or sometimes even like later on in the middle of the day, all of a sudden an answer would just come like flooding forward, and it would seem so obvious I wouldn't understand how I would have missed it earlier. It also kind of brings up this other issue that I was having, is where I wouldn't know always, and I still don't know always, like where to grab the potential answer from, because I'm remembering like so much dream content that it's hard to tell exactly where I want to pull the answer from. So there is still a sense of guesswork in it for me. He actually has some recommendations he has in here too, kind of coming from a different section, but he talks about how if that is the case, you can add on to your dream incubation question that you're going to take the answer from the first dream of the night or the last dream of the night to kind of narrow it down, which did kind of help me. But, I still would be like tempted to see potential answers in other parts of the dream and want to go ahead and use that part. Or sometimes, say if I wanted to do it, I was normally doing it from the last dream of the night, right? Easiest to remember, of course. But sometimes I wouldn't even have a potential answer in it, or not one that I would see. I would see potential answers from other parts of, different dreams. So I would want to, kind of pull it from there. And then the last thing we'll say about this and trying to build this relationship to it is, don't forget to show gratitude to the dream if it serves you up a potential answer. And you can show gratitude in a lot of ways. You can do it by, of course, implementing the advice, which is not as easy as it sounds a lot of times. If the advice it gives you, for whatever reason, you're not 100% down with. You can perform a ritual of gratitude, which can be easier, because then you could say like, hey, thanks for that answer. Maybe I'm too scared, I don't really want to implement it, but then again, thank you for it. And you can help to nurture that relationship there. Yeah, that's mostly it.